Hola, buenos días. Bienvenidos a esta sesión informativa en torno a las becas BRICS que estamos manejando en conjunto el Consejo Británico y Colfuturo. La sesión de hoy tiene como objetivo que ustedes puedan conocer algunas de las maestrías que hacen parte del programa. En total son 38 maestrías. La idea es que hoy vamos a hablar con representantes de 8 de las universidades que están ofreciendo estos apoyos, y ellos nos van a contar específicamente sobre las maestrías que hacen parte de este convenio. Al final de cada presentación, ustedes van a tener los datos de contacto de los expositores. Asimismo, nosotros les vamos a enviar un correo electrónico con los datos de ellos, ya que hoy no vamos a abrir espacio para el chat para preguntas específicas. Cada uno de los expositores hará una presentación breve de 5 a 7 minutos, y la idea es que si ustedes están interesados puedan comunicarse posteriormente con ellos para hablar sobre los programas y los procesos de postulación en las universidades. Antes de darles la palabra, quiero recordarles que vamos a tener una nueva sesión informativa sobre las becas pues, con el Consejo Británico. Esa sesión va a ser el jueves 7 de febrero a las 2 de la tarde, y allí nuevamente les abriremos el espacio para que nos puedan contar sobre sus inquietudes y cómo van sus procesos de postulación. Entonces, voy a hacer rápidamente la lista de las universidades que nos van a acompañar hoy. Vamos a estar con Newcastle University, la University of Glasgow, BRICC University of London, Queen Mary University London, Kingston University, Middlesex University, University of Reading, and King's College London. So, vamos a empezar con Thomas de la Universidad de Newcastle. Thomas, hello, good morning. We are going to start with your presentation, and thank you for joining us today.
Hi, hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. So, as I was introduced, my name is Thomas Day, and I work in the business school of the university. If you just go to the next slide. Is the slide changed?
Yes.
Okay, as you can see from there, we have 3 faculties in the university, 19 schools. We're in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, and we have approximately 25,000 students in the university. Onto the next slide, you can see the breakdown of the business school there. So in the business school, we have 3,000 students. Approximately 2,000 of those are studying a bachelor's degree, and 1,000 are master's or PhD students. Of our master's students, around 57% are from outside the UK or the European Union. So we have around about 90 different nationalities represented across all of our student body, with a small number of Colombian students and students from other countries in Latin America, as well as every other continent on the planet. So we do have a very international student population here in the business school, and also across the wider university as well. Next slide. These are just some of our key rankings. Newcastle University is part of the Russell Group of universities. If any of you are unfamiliar with that term, it includes some of the most high-ranked universities in the UK, places like Oxford and Cambridge. We are also in the top 150 universities in the world in the QS rankings, and in the UK we're in the top 30 in the Times rankings. But we were also given gold for our teaching quality in the Teaching Excellence Framework, one of a small number of Russell Group universities to gain that award. And as a business school, we have accreditation from EQUIS, AMBA, and AACSB. There are less than 100 business schools in the world that have all 3 of those accreditations, which puts us in a very elite group. Onto the next slide, there's just some photos there for you of our campus. So we are a very old university. Our history dates back to the 1800s, but we also have some very modern buildings you can see on that slide. And the following slide, we have a photograph of the business school there. And there's another one as well of the shot of the business school at night time. So you can see the business school building is a modern building. It was built in 2011, so it's fairly new in terms of the buildings that are on the campus. Moving on to the next slide, you can see where Newcastle is located. We're on the northeast coast of England. We're well connected to the UK by train train, by air, by road, and we also have an international airport that's just 20 minutes outside of the city that has direct connections to over 80 different destinations. Moving on, there's just some nice photographs of the city there and the city life. We are one of the UK's most popular and student cities. We have a lot going on in the city, and the university is really well located at the heart of the city as well. So it's very easy to go from campus to the city centre, and also to use the metro system that we have to connect to the coast and the countryside that surrounds Newcastle. So on to the next slide, just to give you an introduction to the two programs. There's a lot more information available on our website, but the two programs that are part of this scholarship, the first one is the Arts, Business and Creativity Masters, which provides students with a very entrepreneurial education, and is specifically aimed at students with a creative background. It's developed in conjunction with our School of Arts and Cultures, and it's definitely includes a large element of entrepreneurship. So it's really exciting at students who are looking to potentially start their own business or be involved in the running of a small startup if it's not necessarily their own business. And so there's some examples there that roles that graduates have gone on to do, including art director, art manager, and social and digital marketing manager. And then moving on to the next program, we have Innovation, Creativity and Entrepreneurship. This is a slightly more broad program. It's not just for those with a creative background. It can be for people who are very innovation driven, and who maybe want to go on into working in the innovation section of a larger business, or actually wanting to start their own business. So it's a little bit more flexible than the other program. In terms of entry requirements, we typically ask for a 4 in a bachelor degree from Columbia, and particularly for arts, business and creativity, students must have a degree that has a focus on creative industries or have done relevant work experience in that section, whereas innovation, creativity and entrepreneurship can accept students from any degree background. We have our English language requirements are 6.5 with IELTS. And in terms of our tuition fee, it's £18,180, although Col Futuro students will receive a 10% discount. Newcastle, as a place to live, is a very, very affordable city. It was actually ranked as the most affordable student city in the UK last year. So you're looking at about £10,000 for living costs on top of your tuition fee. So it's a very affordable place to study. And we're also part of the UK Tier 4 visa pilot, so the application process for a visa to study with us, and also the benefits, being able to stay for an extra 6 months after. It's not available to all universities yet in the UK, and we are one of the universities trialing that system. We've got lots of social media channels to keep in touch with us, and on the final slide, you have my email address. I'm actually going to be coming to Bogota this Thursday. So if anybody is interested in meeting me and talking a bit more about the university or the programs or the city, just send me an email and we can arrange to meet face to face. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. So please feel free to contact Thomas if you have any question. En español les quiero pedir un favor. Algunas personas nos están notificando que no están viendo las imágenes. Les pedimos el favor que estamos revisando el problema, pero si se pueden conectar a Chrome mientras hacemos la corrección para que no haya ningún problema. Okay, so let's go now to the second. Perdón, me hacen aquí el comentario que por favor quienes están en Firefox bajen la intensidad de sus, o sea, bajen en las opciones de arriba en donde les dice la calidad del video, la bajen para que puedan ver las imágenes. Okay, so let's go now to the second of our posters today. Is Joe Power from the University of Glasgow. So hello Joe, how are you?
Hello, hi, this is Joe.
Okay, Joe. So please introduce yourself, put your presentation, your PDF or your PowerPoint presentation, and please feel free to start now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Well, hello everyone. My name is Joe Power and I work at the University of Glasgow and I'm the International Recruitment Manager for the university. Just a few key facts about the University of Glasgow, first of all. We're one of the oldest universities in the UK, so we were established in 1451. We are located up in Scotland, in the west part of Scotland, and Glasgow is the largest city in Scotland. You can see a few key facts there in terms of quality of student life, but also We're known as UNESCO City of Music, which I'll talk about in a moment too. Okay, so moving on, so university rankings, we are very well ranked within the world, so we tend to always be in the top 100 in the world when you're looking at most of the important world university rankings. So as you can see there, 69th in the world for QS, 93rd for Times Higher Ed, and then we are also have just been Scottish University of the Year for 2018 as well. From Columbia, we have quite a good number of students, so we have around 16 at the moment. Most of them are on master's programs. They're on a wide range of master's programs, so it would be particularly nice to see Columbian students joining our creative industries master's programs that we have, and I'll talk about those in a moment. Also, we have an agreement with Colfuturo, which means that we offer a 20% discount on tuition fees for any student that gets funding with Colfuturo, and this would apply also to the new Creative Industries BRICC scholarship too. A little bit more about Glasgow and where we are. So you can see where we're located on the map here. So up in the west of Scotland, very easily accessible from London, but also via Amsterdam and via New York. There are many routes in that you can take to get to Glasgow. It takes about 1 hour to get from Glasgow to London by plane and about 4 hours by train. So that gives you an idea of how accessible London is from Glasgow too. And also I wanted to tell you a few things about the city of Glasgow. So it's the largest city in Scotland. Population is about 1 million people. And it's basically very well known for its culturally diverse offerings. So we're known as a culturally vibrant city. And this new dynamic has come to Glasgow quite recently. We've had a lot of regeneration in recent years. And so you really notice a difference. If you'd come to Glasgow maybe 20 years ago, you notice a big difference in terms of cultural development within the city in that short time. So we do have the highest concentration of creative industries in Scotland at Glasgow. We have a very strong music, theatre and visual arts scene within the city. And the picture you're looking at behind this slide shows some of our very large music venues at the SE, the Scottish Exhibition Centre, which is very well known and houses most of the very large concerts that would go on in the UK. So any big pop star name will be coming to Glasgow and playing at one of these venues you can see. In the background, the old building that you can see is the University of Glasgow. So it's all very accessible and close by. So I mentioned before as well that we have the UNESCO World Heritage City of Music status. So this means that in Glasgow, we host more than 130 music events every week. And these are all kinds of music events and events of every size, from very small gigs to very large concerts. But we also host a lot of classical and jazz events within the city as well. So that's why we've managed to maintain this World Heritage City of Music status from UNESCO. On top of that as well, we have a lot of very strong, well-known, world-class museums and art galleries in the city of Glasgow. And so it's a very interesting place to come to if you're interested in that part of the world as well. So these are mostly free of charge as well. So that's a policy within Scotland, is that most museums and art galleries are free for everybody to access, so that you can come in and out whenever you want to. And within the culture of Glasgow, we're very famous for our people in Glasgow. So we're always praised for friendliness within the city of Glasgow. And this comes from most of our student feedback. And we have a very famous slogan which we use to help market the city of Glasgow, which is "People make Glasgow." And it's a very true phrase. It's nice to know that people are really very friendly and very welcoming to students that come to Glasgow. So also just wanted to mention we have 4 main colleges at the University of Glasgow, but I'm just going to focus on the College of Arts just now. So that's we have 4 main schools within that, and the School of Culture and Creative Arts, which houses our Centre for Creative Policy Research, which is probably the area that you would be most interested in here. And with the programme that I'm going to talk to you about is run by the College of Arts, but also run by our business school, which is the Adam Smith Business School, which is a very well-known, famous business school, named after Adam Smith, who was a graduate many years ago at Glasgow. So he's known as the father of economics, but he also has a legacy which we try to follow, which is about entrepreneurship and ethical behaviours. So we've tried to feed that into all of the programme and the teaching and research that we do within the school. So moving on to the actual programme that we have on offer, which is on the list for this scholarship. The title is Creative Industries and Cultural Policy. So it has very much an interdisciplinary approach. The focus would be on key economic, cultural and policy forces It's taught by both the Centre for Cultural Policy Research in our College of Arts and the Adam Smith Business School, and it focuses on developing critical and analytical skills and understanding of policy trends and business models. So it's a very new area. We know it's a new area for development. We're trying to make sure that we are very up to date with all the developments that go on in this particular field. We are very well positioned to do it because we have a lot of creative industries located here in Glasgow. That's a little bit about the programme structure, so you get an idea of what you would be studying. These are basically the unit titles that you're looking at. You would have 6 core modules, so those are listed there in blue. So you can see interesting areas like cultural policy, creative industries, creative lives and cultural industries, creativity and innovation. And then also you have the chance to take 1 to 2 elective courses, which are more on the business side if you want to do that, or even more on the creative side. So we even have courses in areas like festivals, but also things like intellectual property law if you feel like you need to improve your knowledge in that area in particular. So that's where I'm going to finish. So that's my email address there. So if you want to find out more, you can email me.
So unfortunately, we didn't see your slides during the presentation. So we will include your contact information when we send the students the e-bulletin with the information about the session. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now we are going with Andrea Picasso from the BRICC University of London. Hello, Andrea.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I'm just going to try to show my presentation now. So if you could tell me if you can see this in 1 second. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, we can.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for having me. So I'm going to talk about my university, which is BRICC University of London. And I'm going to talk about the courses that we have in the creative industries, which are eligible for this BRICC Col Futuro British Council scholarship. Firstly, just to give you some background about the university, BRICC is part of a group called the University of London, which includes about 20 different institutions in London. It's a very prestigious collective, so when you graduate with a University of London degree, it's very well recognised across the whole world. The key thing that makes BRICC different from other UK universities is that we teach in the evenings between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is designed so that you can get work experience while you study. So you're going to be developing professionally and academically at the same time. We also have a recruitment agency, which is called BRICC Talent, and it will help you to find work placements, work experience opportunities. So we do this just to make sure that you have as much possibility of finding a work placement as you can. We are also well rated in terms of research. And we are located in the centre of London. Hopefully you're going to see this. I'm going to show you our location on the map. If you can see it, there's a red dot. That's where we are. You can see we're right close to the British Library, Regent's Park, Covent Garden. So it's a fantastic location right in the centre of London. And we also have graduates with extremely high earnings because thanks to our work and study model, it means that when they graduate, they tend to find very well-paid jobs. Here are just a few photos, hopefully you can see from our campus. And now I'm just going to tell you a bit about the arts at BRICC. We have a School of Arts, and Arts and Humanities at BRICC is ranked 87th in the world, according to the Times Higher Education 2019 subject rankings. Our School of Arts is a fantastic building, and it houses a cinema and an art gallery, which students can get heavily involved in. They can use the cinema and the art gallery for displaying all of their projects. And we are also an official partner of the Institute of Contemporary Arts in London, which brings several benefits to our students, including discounts, which is always good. We have 3 creative industries courses which are eligible for this scholarship. So that's the MA Arts Policy and Management, the MSc Creative Industries, and the MSc Management with Creative Industries. All of these programs last 1 year, and you would be studying between 2 to 3 evenings each week. The entry requirements in your licenciatura from Colombia are about 3.6 out of 5. And in the IELTS, you need to have a 6.5 overall and at least a 6 in the subtest. For the fees, it ranges between £15,200 for the year and £17,850, depending on the course. We also have other scholarships, the Santander scholarships, which can help to reduce the cost of the program. So I believe these can be applied for in conjunction with the BRICC scholarship. So firstly, to tell you a little bit about the MA Arts Policy and Management. This course is very flexibly designed, so it's made in mind with each student's career trajectory. And it's designed to make sure that you have a sustainable career development within the arts policy and management sector. It's theory meets practice, so it's perfect for people who are working in the creative industries and they just want to deepen their academic understanding so that they can employ this in practice. We have a really good mentoring program, which is where previous students from the course who have been successful in the industry, they will be mentors, they will be tutors for the current student cohort. A fantastic aspect of this course is the work placement. So our students have been able to get a work placement while they study in a London-based organisation, various different ones. And this is a focus around small seminar groups, so it's not big lecture class groups. The second course is the MSc Creative Industries, which is taught between the Faculty of Business and the School of Arts. So you can choose modules between business management, marketing, as well as arts management, digital cultures, etc. And the location of London is a fantastic scene for you to explore the creative industries because there's so much culture in London, you know, theatres, museums, everywhere. And you can also use your fellow classmates to network because we have many students who are working currently in the arts creative sector. So you meet them and you can network with them as well. The final course which is included in this scholarship is the MSc Management with Creative Industries. So this has a bit more of a business and management grounding, and then you have some option modules which are in the creative industries. So it's designed to help you learn how creativity works in organizations and management practice. And this department has fantastic contacts with public and private sector organizations as well, which will be very beneficial to you when you look for the work experience to take during the day. And then finally, here are my contact details. Hopefully you can see, otherwise they'll be shared with you. You can email me, you can WhatsApp me, you can call me, and I will also be traveling to Colombia later this year. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I will pass back now to Angela.
Thank you, Andrea. That's fine. So now we are going with Kathy from Queen Mary University, London. Hello, Kathy.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Please introduce yourself. Feel free to start now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen with the presentation?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Sorry. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can now.
Okay, perfect.
So I don't know if you want to use the full screen. No, that's fine.
That's fine?
Yes.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, thanks very much for coming along to listen to us all talk about our different courses. So my name's Kathy and I work at Queen Mary University of London. We are a campus-based university in central London, so we are around 1 mile from London Bridge Station, so very central in London. We're quite a large university. We've got around 25,000 students with over 162 different nationalities represented across our campuses. So you can see the large kind of L-shaped highlighted area here is where you would be based if you came to study with us, and you can just about hopefully see the Shard, which is that tall building kind of on the horizon there. So you can see just how close we are to the rest of London. You can also see that we have a lot of green space near our campus, so we're very lucky with our location as well. So some of you recognise this tube map here. We are at number 1. It's a bit blurry, I'm really sorry, but this is Mile End Station. So this is where the university is based. Oh, and this is, sorry, just another map of the campus. So you can see we're right next to Regent's Canal, which is just here. And these are all the teaching buildings in the purple. And we have some accommodation as well on our campus, which is in red. So we're actually quite an old university. It's a collection of different colleges. So we were founded in 1785 and we are the first medical school in the UK. We're also part of the University of London group. So yeah, lots of benefits to being part of the University of London group. And we're also Russell group as well, and very high ranking for research. So to move on to the course that you guys would be applying for if you wanted to come to study at Queen Mary, which is the Creative Industries and Arts Organisation MA. So it's housed in our School of Business Management. The School of Business Management takes very seriously the idea of like sustainability and good governance, social justice, that kind of thing. So a lot of their management work is kind of centered around public, private and voluntary organizations. So it's a really kind of community-based business school. They take that side of their work very seriously. So doing this program would really help you to be able to gain the tools and the knowledge to work for government or non-profit agencies. That's kind of what their teaching is focused around. So it's a really great course to be able to take back to Colombia and use when you go home. So the structure is quite an interesting structure, I think. It's hugely interdisciplinary. So it's comprised of a real mixture of elective and compulsory modules. So you actually can take electives from different areas outside of the business school as well to really broaden your course, I guess. So you can see here that this is like the structure of our particular MA. So we have 2 taught semesters, including only 5 compulsory modules and then 2 core modules, and that includes your dissertation. And then you can have a wide choice of electives. So on my final slide, there is the website. So if you go onto there, you can see all the different electives that you're able to take. And these are the compulsory modules that you take alongside the rest of your course. So you can see how it really is up to you to kind of create the course that you want around this MA. So you have a 10,000 word dissertation as part of this particular course, and this can be a practice orientated project, and it's completely up to you as to how you choose to base this around what you want to do around this. And then our teaching is a real mixture of lectures, seminars, and then we have a virtual learning environment as well. So you'd be encouraged to use that too as part of your course. Then our exams take place in May or early June. So our entry requirements, we want a 4.0 GPA generally for this course, and then we look for IELTS of 7, and that's with a 6.0 in writing. Then we also, our fees are 17,850, but should you be awarded the scholarship, you would get also a 20% fee discount from this as well. So just to finish, these are my contact details. That's what I look like. So really do feel free to get in touch if you have any questions at all about the course, about the university, about London, about moving to the UK, anything at all. I will be in Colombia in March. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions at all. And I'm also on Facebook. And then this website at the bottom is where you can find all the information about that particular course. So all the different electives and the different modules that you can take as part of this course. So thank you very much. And yeah, please get in touch if you have any questions at all.
Thank you, Kathy.
Pleasure.
Okay, so now we are going to move to Kingston University. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I didn't say your name because I think it's so beautiful, but I cannot pronounce it because it's so different on how you spell it. So could you please introduce yourself?
Okay. That is okay. Hi, everyone. Hello from Kingston University. My name is Yanya Song, and I am the course director for MA Managing in the Creative Economy, or also known as MACE, as our students like to call it. So where do we live? So we are a big university situated in Kingston upon Thames, and Kingston is actually one of London's safest boroughs to live in. And I do tell you this because students always ask me about this. We are only 20 minutes away from central London. We are part of the Greater London, but as part of where you live, you get all the highlights of city living in a lovely riverside location. So we are, as part of King's University, we are actually situated in the business school. And as a business school, we are among the elite 5% of global institutions to have the AACBS accreditation, which is a great thing to graduate with an international accreditation degree. Also, we are one of the few of 120 business schools to be awarded excellent rating for its teaching quality. And also we have won the Guardian University Award for Teaching Excellence. However, now what I really wanted to share with you is really the insights from what we do on the course. So these are all our images from the course and also our students. So MACE as the program is a very successful 12 years old program offering inspiring and innovating learning experience. So it's a business degree program, but it enables you to combine your very specific creative practice and background with a rigorous business education that is customized for the creative industry. And so the program has been developed by academics, but also creative economy practitioners in response to very specific market needs to help young creative practitioners respond to emerging trends in the global economy. The program is designed for individuals who come from creative industry backgrounds, any of them, or also those who have graduated in another discipline such as engineering or even humanities. However, you will need a strong motivation to go beyond your discipline, and also you need to be willing to participate in a startup. The course is immensely international. We are 99% international, and we love this diversity. We love students coming from all over the world, because the diversity challenges you to think differently, and also it will expose you to different perspectives on creativity and business. Now, the core, the heart of the program is a real-life business experience, and working in a team, you will start and run your own real creative industries business in the supportive and risk-free environment. All of our entrepreneurship experts and mentors will guide you through the process of designing and running your own business. So as part of this, you will explore the process of collaborative creativity and what it takes to successfully develop ideas into innovative products, services, or experiences. You will learn how to use design thinking as a methodology that is solution-based approach to problem solving. You will learn how to see from various perspectives. We will encourage you to think laterally, but while looking at the nature and management of creativity and innovation. This is because successful creative individuals are often part of a team, and their success always depends on their ability to share ideas, to manage the team, and also to inspire their team members. As you will work with students from different disciplines, it will give you new perspectives on your own work and open new opportunities for collaboration and enhancement of your own creative work. And so you will hone valuable workplace skills, including your self-awareness, your interpersonal skills, your communication skills, your collaboration, your teamwork, management and leadership skills, and etc. Finally, the program now has 10 generations of graduates and a very active alumni network. So our graduates work in a range of creative and leadership positions, ranging from freelance work in the creative sector or even business ownership and employment in large innovative organizations such as Airbnb and Google. And we are very proud of our network because our community is very strong. And finally, if you wish to hear and see more student stories, please visit ourcreativeeconomy.com, where you can see our course video that was actually produced by the students. And finally, as always, the true nature of actually the course will be revealed through you when we interact with you. So I very much look forward to hearing from you, and I'm always very happy to answer any questions you may have about the course. You can even follow our current students and what they are doing with their businesses, and also you can get in touch with them via Twitter. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandra. So now we move on to Middlesex University. Hello, Gabriela. Thank you.
All right. Well, sorry about that. I'll try to move in quicker now. So we're ranked among the top 500 universities. We're very well ranked in film, and photography, drama and dance studies, design and craft, fashion. So this tells you how well we are ranked in terms of art and design and creative industries in general. So moving on with the next presentation. Yes? So can you see the map of London? Awesome. So this is obviously not a real map, it's an illustration, but to give you an idea where we're located, we are located in London. It's in the northwest of London, so it will be in your upper left side of the screen in an area called Hendon. We're only about 30 to 45 minutes by tube from central London. So it's a great place to live, to study, because although you are living in London, you won't have to pay for very expensive accommodation as in central London. However, it is very accessible if you want to live there, if you wanted to go to and from or work or be in internships in central London. That's also very accessible. So talking a little bit more about the program itself, it's MA Creative Entrepreneurship, and students can actually choose their pathway, whether it is in media or in music. So some of the compulsory modules are innovation and creative startups, but then they can choose to do or to tailor their program in any specific way by choosing one of the optional modules, which include media entrepreneurship, music entrepreneurship, business networks for entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship in the digital sector, entrepreneurial finance, innovation-driven marketing, and of course the major project, which is the final dissertation type of project that students will do. This is a one-year program. International students are invited to come in September for a one-week induction to the university, to the program, to the city itself. And then modules run from October all the way through May. And in the summer, students have their own time to do their dissertation and to also do internships if they're interested in that. So that's a great program. The tuition fee is £13,900, which of course it's a great tuition fee, especially if you're obtaining the BRICC scholarship. So some of the course highlights, and I won't dwell on this too much because I know that we're running out of time, but our staff are award-winning journalists, and also we have guest speakers from BBC, BuzzFeed, Vice. Our staff and students have won multiple industry awards, and they're also very connected with the industry, which is very important in this type of programs and in this type of career. You will also, students who finish the program will also be eligible to receive support from Middlesex University's Enterprise Development Hub, in which they'll get a free membership where they will get more support from to do whatever they wish to do in the industry. So the academic entry requirements for Colombian students is to have completed a bachelor degree with at least a 3.8 out of 5. And some of the supporting documents that they'll need are the English certificate. We do accept TOEFL IBT, the internet-based test. We accept the IELTS, and we also accept a number of other English tests that may or may not be accessible in Colombia. But we can send them all this information. My next slide will also provide some more information about that. We'll need their CV, the first page of their passport, personal statement, and 2 reference letters, in which one is academic and the other one is professional. So going a little bit more in depth about the English certificate that they'll need, please bear in mind that these are only valid for 2 years before the start of the program. So an IELTS will need at least a 6.5, where no component has less of 6.0. We also accept a TOEFL with an overall of 87 and at least 21 in listening and writing, 22 in speaking, and 23 in reading. And we also accept the Cambridge Advanced First or Proficiency exams with 176 overall and no less than 169 in any component. So some of the ways in which students can apply is by going directly to the university and submitting an application on the online application portal. You clean your browser and you click on, or you type apply.mdx.ac.uk, and there you'll find a portal in which you register. It takes about 30 seconds, and then you complete your application there or via a local partner. And you can find the local partners at our country page. So these are my contact details. If you have any questions at all, I'm a fluent English and Spanish speaker, so whichever language is most comfortable to you. You can email us at americas@mdx.ac.uk for more information, and you can also go to the country page, which is mdx.ac.uk/Colombia, and there you'll find information for Colombian students specifically, like which types of academic qualifications we need from them, and also the different local partners that we have. I hope this information has been useful, but if you have any other question, please feel free to email us or contact us in any other way, and we'll be happy to serve. Thank you.
Hello. Jerry?
Hello.
Okay. So could you please introduce yourself and start your presentation?
Okay, hold on.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see me?
Yes, yes. Can you please start your presentation?
Okay, good. Angela, you haven't introduced me. I'll do it myself. That's fine. My name is Jerry Leonidas. I am based at the University of Reading. I'm one of the professors here in typography, and I'm also the director for postgrad programs in the School of Arts and Communication Design. So I'm going to talk specifically about one program, but I'm going to tell you a few things about Reading first. Reading is in what increasingly is the satellite towns of London. It is half an hour by train. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we are not seeing your presentation. Could you please share your presentation?
Yep. Okay. You can see my slides?
Yes, we can. Yes, when we can. Can you please continue?
Excellent. Perfect. So Reading is a satellite of London. It's half an hour by train. It is very easy to get there, but it actually has the benefit of being a campus university, which is quite rare in the area. It is on what is recognized as one of the most beautiful campuses in the whole of the country. And essentially, you study in a location where both your halls and your buildings are in a great park. In terms of rankings, because this is something that is relevant, is depending on the survey you look at, Reading hovers around the 200 best universities in the world and around the 30-35 best universities in the country. That, however, might not be as interesting as to learn that the schools that you would be involved in are even more highly ranked, especially the Department of Typography, which is one of the 3 departments in the school, was the #1 department ranked for research currently in the country. So I'm going to talk about one specific program, the MA Creative Enterprise. This is something that is a pathway-based program drawing on different disciplines. And it is not drawing on a business program that is adding design elements, but it is really drawing on a design expertise that then adds other elements in it. So it is based in the Arts and Communication Design School, and then you take additional elements from the Henley Business School, which is a globally recognized business school, and our School of Law, which is equally well recognized. There are 4 pathways in this. You can take pathways in art, film, theater, and communication design. And these are based on exploring discipline-specific aspects by combining it with a foundation in things that will build an entrepreneurial and business career. So what you might get is, well, your hands dirty, if I may say that, because everything is studio-based in the specific schools. You do get very involved with practical elements, and you do get to work with quite a lot of other people that are fully studying marketing, and art, film, design, and so on. This is particularly interesting because we are placing these in an environment of constantly changing demands for professionals. So while you're studying, we might be looking at how the market is changing and what skills are needed for people, not just at the point that they graduate, but especially at the point 5 or even more years after you graduate. Our facilities are top-notch, especially for film and theater. We have studios that are fully functioning and students use for their practical projects. And what is important, it can combine different modules so that you can tailor your path through the program. What is particularly interesting also is that you have access to an extremely diverse community. That is both in terms of the students, where most of our students are international, and by this I mean beyond Europe, but also staff that comes from many different backgrounds and have in themselves proper global presences and very well recognized profiles. What is also quite interesting is that we place these very strong creative disciplines within an environment of critical skills, reflection, and building the writing and presentation skills that will be required for business careers. Something that is particularly unique about Reading also is the depth of our collections in each of the disciplines. We have fairly substantial world-class collections, and we constantly engage with students with these on a weekly basis. So you would be handling fairly rare objects on a weekly basis on sessions that you share with other postgrad students. Our teaching is always happening in small groups. You work very intimately with other people. Our buildings within which we teach are small, so you get to meet everybody. And of course, you own your own studio space. You're not just hovering from one corridor to another. What is also quite important is to show that this is a very human environment. Things are messy, things are very busy. You spend a lot of time here, very long days, but very intense days, so that you can actually build the kind of experience that will allow you to build an interesting career for yourself. So we focus on building the discipline-specific practice across art, film, theater, and communication design, and build on these a foundation of the business and the legal context, equip you with the critical and research skills to lead your own company or even go into further research, and do this with an eye to equip you for your long-term career. Now, a lot of the information for applying, what you need to do, is on these URLs. You can find us on the main University of Reading website. And here there are emails for people who lead specific pathways that you can email to get in touch with them. We do want a good first degree, but we also are interested in hearing your interest, your motivations. We want to see portfolios. We want to hear your specific paths. A lot of our students come from very different backgrounds, so you will meet people who might have engineering backgrounds or legal backgrounds, and they're shifting mid-career into design, for example. So we're quite keen to speak with you and find out what your motivations and interests are and take it from there. And with that, I look forward to meeting you here at Reading. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry. Now we are going to move to our last university, last but not least, King's College. Good morning, Dr. Leung. Could you please introduce yourself and start your presentation?
Okay, all right, so I carry on talking. So I'm going to be talking, focusing on the MA in Cultural Creative Industries. This is a one-year program with an option to study part-time. It is based in our central London campus. We have around 80 students, and we are very international in our cohort. So Colombian students will find students from Asia, North America, but also from Latin and South America, amongst other colleagues. So we combine analysis of the arts and cultural sector, as well as academic theory study of culture and history. We have 25 dedicated staff who are involved in cutting-edge knowledge of the cultural and creative industries. As we said that earlier, we are ranked #1 in this subject area in the UK. So students from the MA Culture and Creative Industries take 2 required modules, and as well as 3 optional modules and a dissertation. The dissertation is a 12,000 words research project, but students opt to do a shorter thesis with a practical arts-based project. This is an arts-based project of the choice. So students have taken to research an art exhibition. They've done a photography project or writing project or even musical composition. So this is a really attractive option for practitioners and managers. Our optional modules are very varied, but we have 3 optional modules that are in collaborations with Tate Galleries in London. So this is a key UK London institution, and so students who take the Tate modules will take classes with museum curators and Tate educational curators and managers as well. And on top of that, we have really options in very many different subjects, including museology and also creativity, cultural markets, cultural memory, digital media production, entertainment industry. We have modules that deal with museum and gallery management, as well as visual culture, music industry, and aesthetic economy, gender, fashion, and international heritage and cultural tourism. A lot of our students have gone on to the top arts and cultural organizations all around the world as directors, as fundraising staff, program managers, consultants, executives, researchers, journalists. There are really a wide range of careers that students have gone on to establish. So because we are a very international cohort, students have taken jobs in key organizations in the UK, but also in as wide range as Australian Embassy, Singaporean Civil Service, the Tokyo National Museum, but also global organizations like 20th Century Fox, BBC, Channel 4, etc. So in terms of our employment figures, around 80% of our graduates within 6 months have taken up full-time or part-time work, and 80% of those have gone on to professorial and also managerial roles. And many of them also have gone on to a higher level degree or other kind of professional courses. So the application requirements for our master degree in culture and creative industries, we require the equivalent to 2-1 in the undergraduate degrees. We don't specify particular subject areas because we recognize that students quite often have motivation and professional experiences in the culture and creative sectors. We do have an English requirement, which is IELTS. We also require a short personal statement, so that's when you can talk to us about why you want to come to King's and why you want to study MA in Cultural Creative Industries. We also require a 2,000 word original essay from the students and 2 references. I will send this presentation on so you can see my details, so you can ask any questions about admissions to us, but also you can find us online and how to apply to this particular program. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bueno, entonces, muchas gracias a todos nuestros expositores. Esta sesión está siendo grabada y se va a publicar en nuestro canal de YouTube para que quienes la quieran repetir en algunos aspectos o la quieran compartir, por favor, lo hagan. Y cerramos la sesión invitándolos nuevamente a la sesión informativa que tendremos el próximo lunes a las 10 de la mañana con otro grupo de universidades que hacen parte de este convenio entre Colfuturo y el Consejo Británico, y también invitándolos a la sesión del jueves 7 de febrero, en donde nuevamente les explicaremos en qué consiste la beca que va a otorgar el Consejo Británico de 13.000 libras para 15 beneficiarios de Colfuturo. Gracias a todos, feliz tarde.